As I take the oath of office, we will begin the largest deportation operation in the history of our country, even larger than that of President Dwight D. Eisenhower many years ago. He was a big deportation person.
Donald Trump seems to be making good on the promises he made during his 2024 campaign, tightening immigration laws and ramping up deportations. His administration has once again shifted focus to the mass removal of undocumented immigrants, and Africa has been hit hard. But here's the shocking part. While many expected Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, to top the list, the reality is quite different. Stay tuned as we count down the top 10 African countries facing mass deportation from the US in 2025. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates from Afrospectrum, your #1 channel for insightful African perspectives on global events. Now let's jump in. Starting off our list is Sierra Leone, a small West African country with just about 8.4 million people. According to ICE reports, 1,563 Sierra Leoneans are set for deportation. With a relatively small immigrant community in the US, this number is alarming in proportion to their population. Liberia ties with Sierra Leone, with 1,563 individuals marked for deportation. Despite the US being one of Liberia's key allies due to historical ties, Liberians are facing increasing immigration crackdowns. Next on the list is Senegal, with 1,689 individuals facing deportation. Senegalese migration to the US has historically been linked to economic opportunities, but many undocumented immigrants now find themselves in Trump's crosshairs. Ethiopia, one of Africa's fastest-growing economies, has 1,713 individuals set for removal. Many Ethiopian immigrants settled in states like Minnesota and California, but visa overstays and asylum cases have contributed to these numbers. Cameroon has 1,736 nationals on the deportation list. Many of them fled political instability and violence in their home country. But the Trump administration is pushing for their return despite the risks they may face. At number 5, we have Guinea with 1,897 deportations scheduled. The country has been dealing with economic instability, prompting many of its citizens to seek a better life abroad. However, US immigration authorities have been aggressive in removing Guinean nationals. Here's where things get shocking. Ghana ranks number 4 with 3,228 deportees. This number is close to Nigeria's, despite Nigeria having 7 times Ghana's population and twice as many immigrants in the US. Ghanaian immigrants are often praised for their work ethic and community integration, yet they are facing deportation in large numbers. Now, let's talk about Nigeria. 3,690 Nigerians are set to be deported, just slightly more than Ghana. But here's the real shocker. Nigeria has over 460,000 people living legally in the US, while Ghana has only about 220,000. Nigeria's population is 7 times larger than Ghana's, yet their deportation numbers are nearly the same. In percentage terms, Ghanaians are getting deported at a higher rate than Nigerians. This means that in terms of deportations relative to total population, Nigeria is not at the top. And you know what that means? Nigerians are actually more welcomed and better integrated in the United States than many other African nationals. Why? Stronger professional networks. Nigerians dominate sectors like healthcare, IT, and business. Higher education levels. The Nigerian immigrant community is one of the most educated in the US legal migration pathways. Many Nigerians come through family-based visas and student programs rather than illegal channels. Despite the perception that Nigerians overstay visas or migrate illegally, the data tells a different story. Nigerians are thriving in America. At number 2 is Mauritania, with 3,822 deportees. This is largely due to US policies targeting undocumented migrants from smaller African nations with weaker diplomatic leverage. Mauritania's population is only 4.9 million, making this deportation figure disproportionately high. Topping the list is Somalia, with 4,090 people facing deportation. Somalia's history of conflict has led many to seek asylum in the US, but the Trump administration has cracked down on Somali migrants, especially those with expired refugee status. This list reveals some unexpected insights. Nigeria, despite its size, is not the most deported African country. Ghana, a country praised for its stability, has an alarmingly high number of deportees. Somalia and Mauritania, with much smaller populations, are disproportionately affected. What does this tell us? The perception that Nigerians are the most problematic immigrant group is false. Instead, they are one of the most integrated, successful, and accepted African communities in the US. Trump's deportation policy may be in full swing, but the data speaks louder than politics. What do you think about these numbers? Are you surprised? Let's talk in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Afrospectrum for more hard-hitting African analysis. See you in the next video.